What's up, guys? Welcome back to R&R Reviews, where a dude that has an R in his name and another dude who has an R in his name do reviews. This week we're going back. Way back. Like so far back that people can't even communicate simple messages through radio frequencies and are forced to travel extreme distances through dangerous terrain just to speak with one another. Man, this movie makes you thankful for your cellular device. Speaking of cellular devices, don't forget to click those buttons. Check us out on Facebook and YouTube, and now we're also on Twitter and Instagram. Welcome to the Cinema Club. R&R Reviews. Our breakdown this week will be the Sam Mendes World War I drama 1917, where if you add the 1 to the 9, that makes 10, plus the other one makes 11, plus the 7 makes 8, for a total of 18. And I have no idea why that's relevant. Our watch meter states that this is a true cinematic experience, making it a must-see. It's an epic tale of determination and resilience that details the hostile conditions faced as a soldier in the First World War. It was supposed to be the war to end all wars, but we all know in fact there was a second one. The story is one that tests the human condition while grabbing you by your heart. Not to mention, it feels like we never see World War I feature films. As always, our review will be spoiler-free. Now, we gave 1917 an overall rating of 9 out of 10 points. Now, we just want to remind everybody, we did not give out 9 ratings just willy-nilly. These films really have to earn these ratings, and at times, R&R likes to take the controversial opinion. Uncut gems. But we side with the critics on this legend, wait for it, dairy film. Bob, did we steal that from How I Met Your Mother? This film is a piece of cinematic gold. It is currently nominated for 10 Oscars with 149 nominations and 78 wins. So we follow Lance Corporal Blake, played by Game of Thrones star Dean Charles Chapman, and Lance Corporal Schofield, played by rising star George McKay. You may remember him from the live-action Peter Pan in 2003. He was also in Captain Fantastic. These young men are 2 British soldiers during World War I. As you probably know from the trailer, these boys are charged to deliver a message to a battalion of soldiers. This message will stop an ambush that would result in the death of over 1,600 soldiers, including one of our star's brothers. The catch? They have to travel through a battle zone where imminent danger and anxiety attacks are as common as breathing. Everyone's heard of No Man's Land. The story itself is simple, but it's not necessarily the story that makes the film this shaped gem. That it is. It's not what's being told, it's how it's being told. The film is one continuous shot from start to finish. The first shot drops in on both of these corporals and it never leaves them for the entire 2-hour runtime. This unique camera technique creates an immersive experience that is truly like nothing you've ever seen before. For cinema junkies like ourselves, this is such a refreshing take. Trust us, you have never seen a war movie like this before. We actually got to see a piece of art that is completely original in its direction. Every once in a great while, we get to walk out of a theater impressed by the mark a film left on us. This is one of those rare moments. Sam Mendes is reminding us what film is really about. Now, we know very little about our characters, as the story offers no real exposition. We never really learn anything about them other than their unconditional persistence to carry out their orders. Bits and pieces of these boys' lives expose themselves throughout, even up to the last seconds of the film. This lack of development needs no apology though. The film clearly stands on its own 2 feet without any need of numerous character arcs. The only subplot here is the way the film portrays the war. We see the gruesome truth. This war was fought in trenches by teenage boys in rat-infested camps with little or no food. You see the living conditions these men were forced to live in. You see what battlefields really look like, how bodies were just left everywhere as war consumed the lives of so many. In our culture today, we are so desensitized to a lot of truly brutal things like war. In our ignorance, we tend to just think it's all the good guys just shooting the bad guys. This film reminds us that it's not that black and white. And personally, for us here at R&R, I would like to thank all those who have served in the past and all those serving now. It takes a tremendous amount of courage just to sign up for what you do. Thank you all. Our newcomers lead the list of castmates chosen for this powerful cinematic experience. As previously stated, the camera never leaves Dean Charles Chapman and George McKay as we live through this story. Along the way, there are cameos made from some pretty big names. The addition of Colin Firth, Mark Strong, and Benedict Cumberbatch gives us a break from this intense plotline, letting us have a moment to breathe and enjoy some great performances from seasoned talent. We have to commend the use of mostly unknown actors for the lead role though. It gives the film a more realistic feel, like these characters are just kids, just like any of us. We also can't talk about the crew without mentioning the visionary behind this film, writer, director, and producer Sam Mendes, the mastermind who changed the face of war movies. This guy already has so many classic mentions, like Best Picture winner American Beauty, Jarhead, Road to Perdition, and 2 of the most recent James Bond films. Daniel Craig. We can add 1917 to an already impressive list of masterpieces. Thomas Newman heads up the score. He's collaborated with Mendes on several of his previous films. He also has 15 of his own Oscar nominations, and is currently nominated for 1917. That will give you an idea of the quality of the score this film has. It literally gives you chills at moments. It only pulls you in deeper into this journey as it progresses. Lastly, let's talk about these visuals. I mean, wow. Any more, the bang comes from the CGI, but not in this film. This camera work is literally setting the precedent for future movies of its kind. Not only that, but the landscape, the sets, the extras, the props all make this movie come alive. The key is to watch the background constantly to really see what's going on. But seriously, we cannot stop talking about that camera work. Did we mention that it was all one continuous shot from start to finish? The movie has this bare, simplistic tone to it, but the depiction shows you film in a light you've never seen. Mendes proves that it doesn't take big action scenes and green screens to create something truly powerful. Something powerful emotionally and something powerful financially. R&R highly recommends 1917. I mean, we gave this thing 9 out of 10 points. For those of you that can basic math, that's 1 away from the highest possible rating, or 9 away from the lowest possible rating. Honestly, I ran out of things to say, but this thing really needed an outro, so I'm just saying things. So here I am rambling, like a rambling man. See you later guys, don't forget your grackle. Remember, it's a beautiful day in the cinema hood. Oh.